Hey, what's up, everybody? Talon Williams of Movement Radio here, and this is the Raw review for the January 20th edition of Monday Night Raw on Netflix. Let's get started. Show kicks off with Jey Uso coming to the ring. The yeets were all over the place. Everybody was having themselves a good time. The opening entrance of Jey was like, man, it's been 7 minutes. Are you going to get to the ring? Like, are you going to cut your promo? He goes to cut the promo, and then all of a sudden Gunther comes out. Basically kind of the same thing that they talked about last week. They're going back and forth with each other. Jey saying he's going to be the new World Heavyweight Champion. Gunther saying, no, that's not going to happen, blah, 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 blah. And then this happens. They start fighting. Gunther throws the belt in his face. They start brawling. Jey hits the super kick, and then Gunther accidentally leaves the belt in the ring. Jey holding the World Heavyweight Championship at the end of the segment. Everyone's going crazy. They want to see this man win the World Heavyweight title at Saturday night's main event. Could it happen? I don't know. We'll have to find out at Saturday night's main event. By the way, predictions of that video will be made available this Friday. Just give you that as a heads up on that. After that segment, we had the New Day and JBL of all people showing up did a backstage segment. Kofi was talking up JBL and gave him $2 for whatever reason, like he needs $2. And then JBL was talking about how, oh man, you guys were so good with Big E and stuff. It's almost as like Kofi and Xavier, anytime somebody mentions Big E, it's like they consider it a disrespect. Okay, maybe you did. Who knows? But then Kofi has to get ready for his match against Rey Mysterio. Now, the Kofi and Rey match was actually pretty good. They didn't do a whole lot of crazy stuff. Rey Mysterio wins, of course. And, having JBL out there on commentary, it didn't really do much of anything. It would be one thing if he got in the ring and like clothesline from hell to Kofi or something like he does with, Frankie Kazarian in TNA, but I don't know. But we'll see what happens with this Kofi and Xavier thing going, because I don't know what else they're going to do with him. I really don't know unless they're planning on something between them and Big E for later on down the road, but we'll see. Sami Zayn comes to the ring after that and says that he wants to be the World Heavyweight Champion. He is throwing himself into the Royal Rumble, and he is wanting to win this championship. He may not necessarily need the belt, but he wants the belt. And then right in the middle of this, Kevin Owens shows up out of nowhere. Side note, that is a sweet Bret Hart jacket, and I want one. Basically, Owens comes to the ring and tells Sami that he believes he can win the Royal Rumble because he has his back. Although he also said he believes that he's going to beat Cody Rhodes at the Royal Rumble in the ladder match for the WWE Championship because he knows that Sami has his back. So is this a situation of Kevin is going to help Sami win the Royal Rumble as long as Sami helps him win the WWE Championship? I don't know. I got a feeling this is going to end up leading to these two fighting each other at WrestleMania for like the 5th time or something. After that segment, you had Bayley versus Nia Jax. This match was actually a pretty good match. Good back and forth between the two. I don't know what it is, but when Nia Jax works with another woman that can actually work in the ring, she's not that bad of a worker if you think about it. She's not the best by any stretch of the imagination. Definitely not a ring general, but she can definitely hold her own with somebody like a Bayley. Another thing that happened in this match is I think they're planting the seeds for Roxanne Perez to face Bayley at some point, whether it be at an NXT Deliver or WrestleMania. I don't know if they'll necessarily make that call yet to send Roxy straight to the main roster in a WrestleMania role just yet. But yeah, Roxy swings, Bayley catches the fist, Bayley hits her back, she goes to dive, security grabs her. Apparently, Roxanne accidentally kicked a fan while she was wailing around or something. I don't know. That's just what the rumor mill said. Bayley gets back in the ring to finish the match. Samoan drop, bonsai drop, 1, 2, 3. That's the end. They put Nia Jax over. And then as Nia was in the ring, basking in her glory, if you will, you hear Rhea Ripley's music. Oh, by the way, real quick, I should have mentioned this at the start of the show. Do you guys know when the wrestlers are coming into the arena, they always do that panning shot of the wrestlers coming in? Well, while Rhea Ripley was walking into the arena, Nia Jax jumps her at the beginning of the show, which leads to this. Rhea Ripley coming out and them having a fight. It was one of them traditional old school IWA Mid-South pull-aparts. Like you got referees and producers and agents holding both of them back. One gets, let go and then they attack the other one. Then the other one escapes and, they go back and fight. It's just all over the place. They end up going to the outside, having a couple little brawl on the outside. And then Rhea grabs the mic, stands on the announce table and says, "You and me at Saturday night's main event. So it looks like Saturday night's main event is going to have a Women's World Championship match between the champ Rhea Ripley and the challenger Nia Jax. Let's see where it goes from there. Next match on the card was Penta versus Pete Dunne. I'm a fan of both of these guys. I'm really become a big fan of Penta ever since the match with Chad Gable last week. Penta can prove that he can hold his own in WWE, and I wish they would do more with Pete Dunne. I really wish they would. I'm just glad they're not calling him Butch anymore. Really good match. I wasn't as hyped about this match as I was with the Chad Gable match, although I am a fan of Pete Dunne. They did do, obviously it's British strong style versus lucha libre, so it was a styles clash, but in the end, I thought it was a really good match. Penta hits the driver. I forget what he calls the move. I won't say it's the Penta driver. Anyway, but yeah, Penta wins. They're really pushing Penta to the moon right now. What is his trajectory going to be? I don't know. I couldn't find a picture for the next slide, but there was a portion of Raw where Chad Gable goes into the Judgment Day's locker room and asked Dom Mysterio if he knew any luchadors with dark powers. And that is leading to another rumor that's circulating that Malachi Black, formerly known as Aleister Black, will be making his return to WWE to go one-on-one against Penta. I don't know at this point. Check the internet. I don't know. Then one of my favorite segments of the whole entire show, CM Punk gets interviewed by Jackie Redmond, and Punk basically was talking about, they asked him about winning the Royal Rumble and going to WrestleMania and doing all this other stuff. And he said, John Cena, I can see you. Sami Zayn isn't on my level. I put Drew McIntyre in the dirt. Roman Reigns, you will acknowledge me. All this stuff. Then he said, you could bring back Hulk Hogan, and I'll throw his dusty ass over the top rope and kill Hulkamania once and for all. Somebody should have done it a long time ago. It might as well be CM Punk. Do it. Kill Hulkamania. No one likes him anyway. I don't care. After that segment, we had Damage Control versus the Pure Fusion Collective. It was an okay match. Wasn't really nothing to write home about, though. The girls did their thing. It was a really good match. The only thing memorable about this match that I can remember was Zoe Stark doing a springboard dropkick to Dakota Kai. And whoa, that looked like it hurt. But the main event, Seth freaking Rollins against Drew McIntyre, the WrestleMania rematch. And these guys went out there and actually put on a damn good match. I love this match. I thought it was really good. It's 1A, 1B. No, I'll say it. It was match of the night, in my opinion. I thought it was really good. Hard-hitting, just like with any Drew McIntyre match is. And I still think Seth Rollins is still one of the best wrestlers in the company right now. He has to be up there. I know they're doing the deal between him and CM Punk right now, and where that's going to lead up leading. Probably a match between them two at WrestleMania. And then, yeah. So anyway, what happened was Seth Rollins wins by either a roll-up or a jackknife pin. I can't remember how exactly it happened. But then Drew McIntyre gets pissed, starts beating up on Seth Rollins until Sami Zayn comes out there and gets in Drew McIntyre's face, beating him up to save Rollins. McIntyre comes back, beats up on Sami, gets in the ring, beats up on Rollins some more, puts Rollins in the corner. And then when Sami gets in the ring, you think, okay, Sami's going to go help Seth. Well, he tried. McIntyre moves out the way, and then haluva kick straight to the face of Seth Rollins. And everyone's like, ooh. Because it looked pretty damn vicious, though. It looked like the heel of his boot caught him straight in the chin. After that, Drew just runs off. Seth is looking like, what the hell, man? What did you do? Blah, 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 blah. And I thought it funny because they also had a segment earlier in the show where they were having a conversation. And then when Sami walked away and they zoomed out against Rollins, you could kind of see Karrion Kross in the background. Like, what is Karrion Kross doing in this whole segment? What the hell? But that's it for the Raw review this week. Thank you guys so much for tuning into it. Overall, I thought the show was good. I don't think it was as good as the last 2 weeks, but I'll give it a B grade. I think B was probably the good grade for it. Obviously, Penta and Pete Dunne was really good. McIntyre and Rollins was the match of the night, in my opinion. CM Punk had segment of the night because he's just hilarious and great. But yeah, so next week on Monday Night Raw, it's going to be the fallout of Saturday night's main event. Cody Rhodes is going to be there. Roman Reigns is going to be there. Logan Paul's making his Monday Night Raw debut. And the World Tag Team titles will be on the line as JD McDonough and Dominic Mysterio of the Judgment Day go against the War Raiders for the tag titles. That should be a fun match to watch. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you leave a comment down below. Like this video. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Thank you guys so much. We love you guys, and we'll talk to you next time. Peace.